We seem to have a fair amount of money this time. I think one of those cities was called 9 Gems, says Specklad in chat. They were lots of weird city names. I think this is essentially the screen that you're supposed to watch while you play the game. You can go to this screen if you really want to, but this is the game screen. Just look at those lines at the top. That's the game. This is the game interface. This is the game being played. Did the game break? This can't be right. This can't be how this music is supposed to sound. There's the background. It's like, what the hell? Where's the background audio? This music is slightly strange. This music feels like it was generated by an AI from the era. This part's good. Okay, we've got 5 Grand Slams incoming. I really doubt I need that many. The devs never expected anyone to get this far, so they can let Dave the intern try making a beat, says Sonic in chat. Generated by Eliza, says Specklad. Do you enjoy music? Getting stuck on rocks, getting stuck on more invisible obstacles. I think the fact that there are invisible obstacles is proof, if proof were needed, that the intent is that you basically hang back here and don't actually go out into the field. Dave, the Japanese intern, says Nettie in chat. Yeah, I mean, given everything I've seen from Japanese game credits, that all follows to me. So I don't think that my idea of having, like, a front line actually makes any sense. Man, this song really does disenable. Strange, says Sonic in chat. Attack disenabled. This music is very odd. It disenables. You're 100% right. The music is odd because it's playing and then it just disenables, and I don't know why. So, by the way, this is your inventory. Right here. It shows that I'm currently carrying a soldier. And you can only carry one thing at a time. Some nukes there. Nukes making progress. Neurons. Neuron disenabled, says Mass Dragon in chat. This is the exciting part of the game where you stand in the corner. Unfortunately, what I'm learning is that actually participating is the worst way to play this game. The game, like, you will do better if you don't try, if you just let your troops do it. This game teaches you how to, God, what's it called? Where you give tasks to your subordinates instead of trying to do everything yourself. I don't remember the term. Delegate. This game teaches you to delegate. Thank you, chat. Let me rescue some of these idiots. I can't. I can't even rescue them. Morons. Enjoying the beach, says Sonic in chat. Well, this was the seaside resort. I wouldn't think tank treads work great on the beach, to be honest. Very immersive, says Nettie in chat. Yeah, they are going at the speed that actual tanks would be going on a beach. They have not done anything about our nukes. Our nukes are still nuking. Funny how we have flying huge mechs, but tanks still have 1940s technology, says Sonic in chat. It's an interesting mix of technology, yes. I'm not sure where my nukes went. I don't see the front line of them. I think that if they destroyed them somehow, it would take down the count here, surely. Oops. Oops. What the hell is this music? What the hell is this obstacle? This level is... The challenge of this level is that you have to babysit these idiots who keep getting trapped there. I should just make sure to only deploy at the far right so that they're not stuck on this tiny little obstacle here. Oops, apparently I just blew that up. I think that's my confirmation for is there friendly fire. Yes, I just used it to kill my own team member right there. You watched me. So, like, if this was any musical instrument other than square wave, then having that moment of, like, the solo could be dramatic. I think a square wave solo just doesn't work. They really wanted the square wave solo to work, it just doesn't work. Why isn't Heal Boy repairing my systems? Oh, he is, okay. Square Wave Solo could be a good band name, says Speculated in chat. Not a good band, though, is the problem. If I just stand right here... Starting to think that this game isn't a biography of German filmmaker Werner Herzog, says Whomstom in chat. Nonsense! Nonsense! Grand Slam launched... Is that mine? Or is that me telling me that... Is that it telling me that they launched a Grand Slam at me? Oh, I thought I had a soldier healing me up. Guess not. If you didn't launch one, it must be there, says Speculated in chat. Yeah, that's my assumption. But given that I launched many of them early, I think I'm winning the Grand Slam battle. Though I can't find any of my Grand Slams. It says there are 5 of them. I don't know where the hell they are. Grand Slam launched. Grand Slam disenable, suggests Sonic in chat. Oh. I'm right on top of a Grand Slam. It's right here. See how this doesn't represent anything that you can actually see on the map? The problem is I don't know which of my things that I can't see are Grand Slams and why caution. I mean, it's cautioning me that a Grand Slam is about to kill my base. Maybe they got stuck in that one spot, says Denny. Probably. Okay. Weirdly successful. Thank you, Heal Boy. Oh, wait. How did I not grab you? Thank you, Heal Boy. There is a real arena somewhere, and someone is doing a Grand Slam, says Pongy in chat. A wrestling arena somewhere. Trying to make sure I don't launch them to the left. That Grand Slam is still coming, and I have no idea whether my Grand Slam is still going. I got 5 of them. I don't know how to judge what the hell is going on with the Grand Slams. Like, clearly that's a Grand Slam. Attack disenabled. But I bought 5 Grand Slams. They should be going somewhere. Your Grand Slams may have defected, says Nettie in chat. Hopefully they weren't defective. You're no Grand Slam, but there is a Grand Slam right under here. As far as I can tell, there's not a damned thing you can do about the Grand Slam, so... No mutually assured destruction for me, please. Just your destruction, that'll do. I'm so utterly confused. Because that is definitely a Grand Slam right on its way to me. Feels like a bad thing. Maybe the music is intentional to confuse the enemy, disorient even, says Sonic in chat. Disenable. Here's the Grand Slam, I'm right next to it. Look at the top right, you can see it on the map. As far as I can tell, there's not a goddamn thing I can do about it. And I sent my own Grand Slams, but they seem to just be dead. Yeah, there's some trick I'm missing. Oh, but I won! I guess my Grand Slams got there first! I don't understand! I don't know what I did right! But we're on to Dolmo, the snowfield of Dolmo. Telling you gotta launch a counter slam, says Becklad in chat. But I just won without having done that! I think my original Grand Slams were the counter slams. Oh, the Grand Slams are more expensive this time. Everything's more expensive this time. Yeah, but if your slams didn't get there first, you could have lost, says Speculated Jet. Yeah, that's why the Grand Slams are the very first thing I buy. Oh, they're not moving. They're not moving at all. They're stationary. Okay. Well, I don't mind if they're stationary. I'm not gonna like get farther than my own front line. They've launched their own Grand Slam at me, but I've already launched 3. They've launched 2. I can mutually assured destruction with the best of them. You're dropping tiny, pointless troops. Seems like a waste of time, but whatever. You do you, buddy. Attack disenabled. Look at how close he can get to my base. Oh, you killed Heel Boy, bastard. It actually says disenable, not disenabled, does it? Attack disenable. Wow. I just unthinkingly tried to make it make slightly more sense. The most exciting video games involve sitting in one corner. I really think that, like, this is how you're supposed to play this game. You only very rarely go to the actual screen. You're mostly just supposed to be the commander, because destroying your own armor is a waste of resources. Looking at blinking red and blue dots. Exactly, Sonic. That's what this game is. Looking at blinking red and blue dots and eating Grand Slamwiches. 5 Grand Slams is surely enough if I understood the game at all, which I do not. I think that maybe the Grand Slams do counter slam just automatically, and that what's happening that's confusing me so much is that the number here is always just the total number that you have purchased. So you just have to sort of mind for yourself how many you've purchased and how many they've purchased. You best hope that Ruth Grand Slams have the same speed, says Nettie in chat. Not only do I hope it, I know it. You can see them. Get over here, heel boy! It's not actually snowy, you just created a nuclear winter, says Nettie in chat. If I created a nuclear winter, then it is snowy. The nuclear winter snow is still snow, it's just very ashy snow. 300. 5 Grand Slamwiches. These can't be Grand Slamwiches, these have to be, yeah, those are troops. I wish you could tell the difference between the Grand Slams and everything else by something other than speed. I'm just waiting for my own health to restore, too. It's a fight against money, and your I'm gonna call them Herzogs, rather than, Gundams. Your Herzogs are, expensive. Remember when you had so many troops the game would slow down? Good times, says Megalad in chat. I only vaguely remember those times. Ack, ack, ack! Retreat, retreat! I need Heel Boy! Hello, Heel Boy. Heel Boy is a state of mind, not a particular person, so there are plenty of Heel Boys. How come their big mech is always red, representing their colors, yet you're just gray and not blue? What an excellent point, Sonic. I mean, I got these, like, glowing blue eyes. That's it. Also, there's a glowing blue Cyclops singular eye there, so, you know, plenty of blue team representation. That was efficient. Oop. Get back here, heel boy. Isn't that just a picture of your Herzog, says Fecklad in chat? Oh, is it just very shadowy? Okay, I was trying to, like, understand it because it seems like it should be, but it doesn't make any sense. I guess it's just very shadowy, but yes. I sure wish it would show me the money on this screen, like, oh, I don't know, in this giant area over here. So he's just staring at you, screaming, attack, disenable every once in a while, says Sonic in chat. Yep. His job is to stand there and scream, attack, disenable from time to time. Love how well, I love how I blow up my own tank from time to time. I love how our tanks just sort of, like, drive right past their tanks. There's no real sort of urgency to destroying the enemy. Just sort of, oh, hey, I'm going to kill your base. Okay, bye. Well, that guy's stuck, so I'm just gonna let him be stuck. Imagine going to your friend's house and he makes you play this, says Nettie in chat. It's not that bad! I'm trying to hate it. I generally prefer to hate games, but it just isn't, it's just not that bad. Why do you prefer to hate games, says Specklad in chat. So in spite of the fact that I just said I generally prefer to hate games, I think the actual reality of it is that I just don't actually like very many games. So the impression is that I just prefer to hate games. These have to be my Grand Slamwiches. They're very popular. That's what playing NES bootlegs does to a person. Sonic in chat. I'm struggling to find that much to really hate about this game. I mean, is it exciting? No. But it's like, it's exactly what it says on the tin, and it's just not flawed enough for me to hate it that much. Here's their Grand Slamwiches. Just right in a line. They're very popular. No one is going to get that actually, never mind. Somebody's going to get that reference. Ow. Sure wish there weren't all these damn trees in the way. I mean, setting aside the fact that the entire game is just getting Grand Slamwiches into the other team, I think we're winning. Oh god, I did it again! I minimized the window accidentally! Their Grand Slamwiches seem closer than my Grand Slamwiches, which seems like a problem. Can I get this heel boy? Yes. Not the game can reach the heights of Dirk Dagger for Nokia Engage, says Nettie in chat. Few do. Very, very few do, and I mean that 100% genuinely. Giant flying mech blocking trees, says Sonic in chat. I mean, they are. They're not. What is the actual edge? I think it's here, which means that theirs are considerably closer. Sorry, mine are considerably closer than theirs. Yep, winner player side. I think you just need one Grand Slamwich and you win. So basically, launch the Grand Slamwich first and then defend, and that's this entire game. I kind of wish it didn't have the Grand Slam. They seem kind of lame. They seem to kind of ruin the game. If Lupar's, like, judging by what I'm looking at, I'm assuming there are 2 levels left. And I'm actually going to take a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back. Without the Grand Slams, you would still be on level 1 with how long the troop combat is, says Sonic in chat. So I feel like, the Grand Slams is the Grand Slam, which is essentially act as a, time limit, and they're, like, them acting as a time limit, the consequence is the rest of the game you're just stalemated constantly. And if they weren't there to be a time limit, then I feel like you probably wouldn't constantly stalemate. They probably just did a poor job balancing the game and the stages were taking forever, so they introduced nukes, says Nettie in chat. Yeah, I think basically, if you didn't have the Grand Slams at all, then you would just constantly be in a stalemate, and so probably they just, like, added those to break the stalemate, but the problem is if you just are the first one to launch them, then that means you just always win, because the rest of the game is a stalemate. So, actually, while very engaging and presenting the illusion of fun, it's terrible once I've gotten used to it enough to realize what's so wrong with this game. Technosoft presents Illusions of Fun, says Specklad in chat. I definitely have used the phrase illusion of fun before. This is not my first time saying that. I don't know why I'm still getting 5. My assumption is that 1 nuke is adequate. Man, my guys are doing a good job against their armor. I'm pretty impressed, actually. The other thing is that the Herzog itself is such a tank that the moment you manage to get any sort of offensive line from the enemy, you just Herzog them up and that's that. I'm trying to save up enough money to get like a proper offensive line rather than this crap. See, like, my Herzog can annihilate their offensive line. That does seem unavoidable. Geez, the enemy spam soldiers, says Sonic in chat. Does it look like they have more than 50? Yeah, that's just a regular old soldier. He's not going to survive. I want my Herzog to survive, because Herzogs mean money. Attack disenable! Attack disenable! That's so funny because, like, that is not a machine translation screw up. Like that, or equivalently, that's not somebody looking in a dictionary. That's somebody with just enough knowledge of English to be dangerous. Like, they know you add dis to mean opposite of, or to be, you know, undo, and they know that enable means, you know, turn on, activate, and so they built the word disenable, because if you were just looking for a translation in a dictionary, it obviously is not going to include the word disenable. Like, that has to be a human error. Get back here, heel boy. It's like this in every Japanese PC game from the era, says Nettie. What, the English? I imagine so. I mean, I'm saving money on my Herzogs, but I'm not saving money, saving enough. I think that the slowdown of the money coming through is to represent having a having longer battle lines, longer supply lines. That's the word I'm looking for. Longer supply lines. That would make enough sense to me. I only have 4 nukes going against them, not my usual 5. Man, this is some good frame rate. I think that the machine I'm simulating is supposed to be a relatively advanced MSX2, so this probably is a pretty realistic performance that we're seeing here. Like, I doubt if on any real system it goes markedly faster than this. Ow, ow. Great, mutually assured destruction. Perfect, thank you. Appreciated. This is crazy smooth for an MSX game, to be honest, says Nettie in chat. I hope you're being sarcastic, but I suspect that you're not. You want more mutually assured destruction, you imbecile? What the hell was that? Jackass? That's just your strategy now? This costs 3,000 now. I can't afford another life. Where are my Grand Slamwiches? Is this them? This is probably them. Attack disenabled. I'm looking for troops that are actually getting through, and surprisingly few are. I can't afford to lose, Herzogs, so being a coward is necessary right now. How we doing? Let's try to get a little bit more money. Why is the space between combat and simulation bigger than the space between real-time and combat? 0 out of 10 game. 0 out of 10 game, yeah. Says Sonic in chat. God, I didn't even notice the horrible kerning. How dare you? I was satisfied not knowing that the horrible kerning was being horrible. Man, that much money was only enough for that many, troops. Not exactly satisfying. Oh! Those are my Grand Slamwiches being destroyed. I only have 2 Grand Slamwiches left, so they are actually succeeding in doing something about the Grand Slamwiches. Okay, now I understand. There are Grand Slamwich countermeasures in the game somehow. I don't know how to use them myself. I told you could counter slam, says Speckline in chat, but I have not changed my behavior at all. They have done Grand Slams against me, and I have, like, it's always shown 5. They've never managed to take one down, as far as I can tell, so it just seemed unlikely that that's what was happening. I think there's a big difference between the potential and the actual in this game. A lot of potential, a lot of not so great actual gameplay. Let's get another Grand Slamwich out there. Oh dear, I'm very concerned. I think this might be the first loss since I actually started to understand how to play this game. It's feeling that way. Come over here, heel boy. Get in here, heel boy. Thank you. Looks like strategy is back on the menus, boys, says Veclad in chat. Not a chance in hell. There's still a Grand Slamwich right there, and one right there. So, Grand Slamwich is incoming. Afraid. Get back here, heel boy. Who said you could go away? Dang it! Picking up anybody but heel boy. There we go. Your strategy is bad and you should feel bad. Mutually assured destruction is stupid. And yet, I really feel like it's the winning strategy. The AI has got to realize that it just needs to destroy this robot and I'm screwed now. How much does it cost? 3,000 now? I basically have to hope my Grand Slamwich gets there before they get to me. Looks more like unilaterally assured destruction to me, says Specklight in chat. No, because their robot got destroyed and my robot got destroyed. That's mutually assured destruction. I would really like 3,000 Buckazoids, please. Just do some off-screen damage. Who needs to actually see your enemies? 2,000. Where's my Grand Slamwich? I am literally aligning pixels here. Oh shit, they know, they know, they know! They know! They know how to win! Oh god, they know how to win! Oh no! I think this is the same, same message we got before, but let's just, verify that. Yep. Apparently, if you press Shift Control F3 when in the game, you get lots of cash, says Sonic in chat. Even if that's true, we're not doing that. Now, let me guess. Right back to the beginning. Do not press go, or do not pass go. Do not collect $300. All progress deleted. Oh yeah, we're not doing that. Let's see if my attempt to save state worked. Hey, for save states, that is on the scale of cheating. The definitely is cheating. Let's not pretend, but it is acceptable cheating. I have a new strategy. Is a lie I've just told. I don't think the tanks are useful. I think the tanks are nigh on useless. Save states are 100% acceptable in a game where you sit in a corner for 90% of it, says Sonic in chat. In fairness, sitting in the corner isn't a necessary part of the game, it's just how I'm playing the game. It's just patent-pending yaw weasel cowardice. You want some mutually assured destruction, bastard? Because I don't. I'm getting out of here. Sure wish I could circle strafe. Attack disenabled. I can't afford to damage Herzog, so I had to sit here and get my health back, and then go on an attack run when it's, like, safer. As, like, stupid as this is, I feel like it's 100% the right strategy. Okay, they launched their own Grand Slam Witch. Do not mutually assured destruction me, you piece of shit. This is officially the stupidest shit in the world. Okay, well, that was whatever that was. Heel boy. There you are, heel boy. So the game is just RNGBS, says Sonic in chat. I do think that they are employing some strategy. It's just that there's also a lot of RNGBS to it. It's strategy BS, says Speclad in chat. Okay, they broke through my lines. This is the most exciting game screen possible! People in 1998 didn't know how good they had it. This is Sonic in chat. So true. Oh my... You are the worst, enemy bot! Cool. God, those enemy anti-aircraft weapons, they are no joke. They are the perfect weapon against me. Attack disenabled. These are my equivalent, and I'm trying to occasionally launch one to counter their jerkhole who keeps on making my day bad. Okay, I just lost a nukerator. That's quite bad, because it's going to take me a long time to get the money to get another one. So the screen shaking is a nuke loss, says Sonic in chat. Seems that way. That's what I've figured out. There's like a rock, paper, scissors to this, that there's, the anti-aircraft gun is very, very effective against you. You're very effective against everything else. How much does this cost now? 1,500. Nearly there. Nearly getting another Grand Slamwich. Hop in. What the hell? Heal boy! Heal boy, no! Oh, I'm screwed. You know what? Just let that tank in. I don't even care. I don't care. That I'm gonna go stream to this final level seems more of a reality at this point, says Sonic in chat. I mean, yeah, this stream is, I doubt that we're gonna beat this level in this stream. It seems unrealistic at this point. They already launched their own Slamwich, so unless your Slamwich is in the same lane, you're screwed. I don't know how any of the, yeah. Oh, okay, I see your theory. So, the Slamwiches actually have to run into each other. That's probably correct. Man, that's tough because it's really hard to tell their Slamwich from other things. Cool. Oh, is this like a bullet hell game? Asked Joey. It's a nuke hell game, says Nettie. I can't disagree with that assessment. I think that this is their Grand Slamwich. No, it isn't. Just a tank. It's certainly real-time and combat. Simulation, not so much, says Sonic in chat. Can I somehow figure out which of these blinking things is their Grand Slamwich? It's just like a bunch of blinking crap. I don't know. Oh my god. I'm screwed. Maybe I need to try to learn the lesson from them of what I should be sending. Wow, you're at 99% damage, says Specklad. Very, very carefully calibrated to not quite die. Very intentional, definitely not a coincidence. Is this their Grand Slamwich? Is it a triangle? Are the triangles Grand Slamwiches? No. Circles are tanks. Triangles are probably Grand Slamwiches. Okay. I didn't even realize they had multiple Grand Slamwiches, but I also could just be misinterpreting what I'm seeing quite easily. Oh, they're not triangles, it's just that they were, like, against the edge of the screen. Brilliant. I think I'm 1000% screwed. Do the dots have shapes, aspect lad? Yeah, I think I was wrong about that. Grand Slam launched. Yeah, we're screwed. We're 1,000,000% screwed. Just let him in. I don't even care. Just let him in. They already blew up to the 2 nukes you sent out at the start. It's so over, says Nettie in chat. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This video game, the Grand Slam is right here. It's just about to hit. Here it comes. It's like 2 pixels away. There it goes. Oh, it did send me back. What the hell? Why did last time I just outright lost and this time it just pushed me back? The hell? What's going on? Did I just lose so... Oh, wait. Okay. If you lose your base, it pushes you back. If you lose your giant robots, you just lose. I think that's the distinction. I lost all my lives as opposed to just losing my base, which feels like a bizarre distinction to make because they're essentially unrelated components of the game. Dang it, there's 6 minutes left. I mean, I'm not gonna make progress in the next 6 minutes, and I don't want to, like, every level takes a lot longer than 6 minutes. I think we can do this. I think this is doable. It's just gonna take some careful thought. 6 minutes of my new strategy. Watch my newest strategy. This is gonna be overwhelmingly successful. My new strategy is nukes only. I will personally defend the base and just send out nukes. Absolutely no attempt at anything but nukes. To like, the only purchases are nukes, and I'll just defend the base. There are no friendly troops. Could you just fire blindly in every lane, says Speclad? Yeah, except for the fact that actually firing in every lane is difficult. I think it's actually easier to pixel align yourself looking at the map at the top. You want some mutually assured destruction? I can mutually assure your destruction. I need to remember not to stand in the explosion. The explosion does actually hurt me. What's that? Time for another nuke? Basically, I just have to, you know what, I could have one heal boy. Nukes and one heal boy. I just have to survive long enough. That's all. The entire strategy is I have to survive long enough to nuke them to smithereens. And I have 3 lives to do it. What's that? Time for another nuke? I can foresee no reason why this strategy wouldn't work. Nuke, and heal voice, says Speclad. That is my strategy. The moment they start sending out the, anti-air defense, I'm screwed, obviously. Surprisingly few of them make them past our front lines, given that we have no front lines. I'm really, kind of surprised by that. Why, look, it's time for another nuke. I've sent 8 nukes against them. Surely that's sufficient. I'm just waiting for this line to reach the end. That's the game now. We're going late because I actually feel like this strategy ridiculously could work. Could probably win this way if you buy live, says Nettie in chat. I mean, I'm not really, I'm not losing money anywhere near as quickly as I'm destroying the enemies, so... Oh, there come the anti-air defense. Maybe the strategy also is just let the anti-air defense come and don't make any attempt at defending against them. Because, like, yeah, they do 10% damage to my base, but who cares? I think this costs 3,000, yeah, so no more anything until or no more nukes. No more nukes until you finish your supper. It's almost as if they've noticed that my strategy does not involve, any actual, like, that they need to send out only the anti-air defense. Okay, that was one of my nukes taken out. That would be a major concern if I didn't have 8 of them left. Was this an arcade game ported to the home computer, asked Joey? Nope, this is the original system. It does feel very arcade. So I'm not actually convinced that the AI is wise enough to be sending out the right kind of things. Seems too long for an arcade game, says Speclad. No, arcade game. Oh god, none of this. Oh god, what have I done? Well, that's how I lose. Don't accidentally press the fast forward button. Next time, next week, I don't accidentally press, apparently that's the fast forward button. Next time I don't accidentally press the fast forward button, but I do, I'm going to employ that strategy again. I think the strategy was right, and learning where the fast forward button is, was not right. Okay. Till next time, stream over.